All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 1027. 1027 episodes of the Studying Brew, probably about, I don't know, close to 2,000 passers we've had since we've started this whole thing. We've had a lot of passers over the years when we started in 2017, and we've refined this all these years. And this is our 30 minutes of free we're doing. This is the last Studying Brew of 2024. We are going to be kicking it off in 2025 on Thursday. But tonight, we are glad you're here because we're going to be doing some keywords. Why, my friends? Well, first off, let me introduce myself. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz, pushing the ones and twos. But you're not here for my DJ skills. You're here for Brandi. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can get a pass notice. I know that I say that every episode. I've said it 1,027 times, maybe minus a couple. But I'm just saying, I don't think people understand what I'm trying to say here. Do they, Brandi? Oh. We're trying to get a pass notice here. So many study preps out there, they do the same old thing. Sign up, meet me on a weekend. I'm going to go through an entire book's worth of stuff in 40 to 72 hours. You read all this on your own, quiz, digest it all in a week. You can go past this thing. Here's all the content. You ever looked at that content? That's like telling someone to go learn Chinese over the weekend and you don't speak Chinese. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother language. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then you're looking at this book, especially like the SIE for like some LEMs out there. Who is it? Like 489 pages. And then they got like 17, 18 different units. And then you go on the Finner website and you're like, well, how many areas do they need to study? Four areas. How they get like 18, 19 different areas of studying out of four? What kind of magic trick is that? What am I supposed to learn all this stuff? Do I have to learn all this stuff? Do I got to read 489 pages? Shoot. I got to work like a full-time job, a part-time job, start a business, and read this 489 page book? It's a lot. It's a lot. Look, if you here with Kona, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to read no 489 page book. Brandi didn't read no 489 page book. I'll tell you right now. You know why? She ain't got time for that. No. We had kids. We got jobs. We got a business. We had all kinds of stuff. We ain't doing no 489 page book. And I'll tell you this, if it worked, I would tell you, go read a 489 page book and go like read it front to back. I will tell you this right now. I know people who have done that. I know people who have taken Q banks, memorized every question, every answer, line for line, word for word. They didn't pass.
Well, okay, so I feel like there's a difference out there because I heard something earlier today and I get it. When the age old thing is understand the content. If you know what a margin is, you're going to pass the test.
Let me ask you something. Someone asks you something right now. Your first language is English. Maybe you got a second language is Spanish. If they ask you something in Chinese and then tell you, hey, just understand what they just said. You're like, fool, I don't even know what they said, let alone understand what they just said. I think they were pointing to the bathroom when they said that word. I can make it out, maybe, yes, bathroom. That's it. No, you need to understand it though, so that way you can, and just keep reading it. Well, I didn't get that question. Well, go read page 27 again. Bro, I could read that 250 times. It's in another language with no translation book. Because I don't get this. And I speak, look, and some of y'all are like, look, I speak English. I'm like, I know. The book's in English, Andy. I know. You still don't get it, do you? No, you don't. How is that possible, Brandi? How is that possible? Well, I'm going to tell you, it all leads back to what you really need to know to help you get a pass notice. If we can point out keywords, just keywords, where you can do simple connections and then get a right answer, isn't that good enough? Isn't that good enough? Doesn't that seem like an easier way to do it? But I need to know the ins and outs on how an option works. Why? Are you going to be an options trader? No. Do you just need to pass the SIE? Yeah. Then why don't we just pass the SIE? Well, don't I need it for my career? No. Because the way firms are set up, they're going to teach you everything you need to know in the field. You only need to pass these exams, and then you're off to the firms, and then they teach you what you need to know, and then you just barely do what you're tested on anyway, right? And then you just go do that. So all you got to do is pass an exam. We just got to make keyword connections, right, Brandi? And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to give you 30 minutes of free. We're going to show you some questions up on the screen. We're going to have you point out just keywords, not what you think is the answer. I don't want people reading these questions and these answers and going, well, I think it's B based on what I read in my whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want that. Why? Because no Q bank that you're ever going to study is on the test. Why are you trying to master Q banks that ain't on the dang test? Man, I'm trying to remember the combination to contra from when I was a kid on the NES. Was it ABBA, enter, left, right, left, up, down? Guys, that's all I need to remember, right? Why do I want to put stuff in my head that I don't need to know? It's important things, is my point. But here, keywords. You get the keywords, you make the connection, you get the right answer, get the pass notice. No one cares how you got to the answer, and you move on to the next. We're going to do keywords tonight. Thursday, we're going to do techniques, and then next week, we're going to be back to normal. That's how we do it at Kona. We do content on what you need to know. We keep it to the minimal. We have books that highlight the keywords and those connections. We got content that explains the keywords and the connections. And then we have exam masteries that put it all together in full length. So if you're going to watch tonight and you're like, well, I wish they had something that really explained it. We really do have something to explain it. But do you think I'm going to give that away for free? No. I'm just like everybody else, trying to keep the lights on. You know how much groceries are? I'm just saying. We're going to do that tonight. So we ready to go, Brandi?
Yep.
Anything, all that I want to say about ending up on 2024 is I'm going to have some inspirational message to go out tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about ending up on 2024. But I know this is one thing. A lot of you had the aspirations, you had the goal, you said it to yourself a million times. I'm going to get this license. No. Like for reals now. I'm more committed than ever. Some of you may have even seen a couple of your clients go to somebody else and they get the commission off something and you're like, never again. Never again. Like you just raise your fist, right? You're like, never again. But it was again and again. And you're like, and you feel a little bit bummed out. You're like, oh, I should have just stuck with it. I should have just stayed with it. I should have just got serious about it. And if that hasn't happened to you yet, it could. It could. My point is, you got to let it go. That was 2024. We're heading into 2025. This is where we got to make a stand. You got to stop the what ifs. We got to stop the like distractions. We got to stop the partying. We got to stop the other things that are not as important. We got to say no to things. No, I can't move you, my friend, because I have a pickup truck this weekend. No, I can't do that for you. I can't. No, I got to study. This is part of your career. This is part of your job. This is part of your business. This is part of your what do I say? This is part of your evolution. This is part of you moving up. This is part of you moving on to something else. This is part of you that needs to get going in a different direction. An upward battle is going to happen. Things are going to happen to you. Things are going to be challenging. You're going to have adversity. You're going to have things that come up that you didn't know was going to happen. It's part of the plan. Nothing is easy that is worth having. Period. And if you're feeling like, dang, this is difficult. Dang, I wish it wasn't so hard. Guys, that's what gives it value. That's why everybody else doesn't have it. Why are you trying to cheapen it? We're trying to get the Ferrari of licenses and you want VW, access. VW access. I said BMW, VW Access. My mouth doesn't even say it. It's all Ferrari is the only thing I can say. Just the thing is you don't want that. You want to be walking around strutting, going, I got my securities license. You want to be able to point out on broker check when you go to a client's house and say, yo, look me up. I'm licensed to do retirements. That fool over there's not even got a license to do it. Why are you doing business with them? Doesn't it make sense that you want to do business and retirements with somebody who has the license to do retirements as designated by the United States government? That other person's an imposter. Guys, it elevates you. It elevates you. And as this says, and in some of y'all, I'm going to take you to church, as it says, you have to be prepared for the blessing. Blessings aren't just given out. You got to work for it. You got to be prepared. You have to be prepared for the blessing. You're going to have some trials and tribulations. You're going to have to go through the challenges. You're going to have that adversity. And you're going to have to go through some storms. The devil works harder against you when you're ready to get that blessing, because the devil don't want you to have that. I told you I was going to take you to church, but it's the truth. It's the truth. But what truth are you going to buy into? For every negative thing that happens to you, there is a positive. Every negative has a positive there. You just have to grab that positive and erase the negative. That negative, that negativity, that negative thought, that thinking that you can't do this, you won't do this, all this negativity, it doesn't do anything for you. Nothing. I honestly do believe that negativity is what makes us sick. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, the 5G in the air gets you cancer. Bro, negativity in your mind gives you cancer. I believe that. You make yourself sick by worrying about things that you have no ability to stop, control, or change. So why are you feeding into it? Why is it what you worry about? Worry about the fact that you can't get yourself motivated to get out of the bed and go hustle. Put yourself out there. Work. Don't give up on yourself. I'm going to say this in 2025. I will make this declaration, and I didn't clear this with Brandi, but I will declare this. I guarantee, and I don't ever guarantee, I guarantee you that Brandi and I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. I guarantee you. Because if you would have seen what we have seen over 1,027 episodes, the people we have met, the stories that we have heard, the people that have gone through cancer, that have gone through all kinds of challenges, homelessness. We've had people that were living out of their cars, studying, giving everything they got, everything. They didn't even have a dang motel. They were living out of their car, and they were paying us to tutor them. And I'm like, hey, maybe, they'll give you a deal. They're like, don't do that to me. I'm paying because I want the best, because I know this is what's going to get me to that other level. Those folks that studied and they did that, I'm not guaranteeing this for everyone. I'm just saying they live in six-figure lives now. They ain't even living in no car. Their cars are living inside their house. But you know what? It takes a different person to believe in themselves that way. And I believe in you guys. I believe in every single one of you on here. I believe all of you have what it takes if you're going to show up to a 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 30-minute Zoom meeting to learn some different things, to get yourself an edge, to get an exam. I think it's a different person to do that, especially when you got people that are on the East Coast or it's 1 a.m. and they showing up here. Shout out to my man, Tim. Every night. Guys, you got to believe in yourselves. You got to believe in yourselves. And if you have disbelief, I'm telling you, Brandi and Andy believe in you. If you ever doubt it, Brandi and Andy believe in you. And if you ever want to reach out to us, and you want to ask us, trust me, we'll give you that belief. Guys, I'm telling you, no matter what, 2025, I want you to take a stand of believing in you. Do whatever you can to believe in you and get to that next level. I want you guys there. That's what I want. That's why Brandi and I, 1,027 episodes, Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday. We even did holidays, Sundays. We give up a lot, but I don't feel like we've given up. We're paying into. We're paying into a world and a community and people. And I feel like it's never giving up, it's investing in. We're investing in a community and people that we love. And we know that you guys want to win too. And you can't lose when you're around people like that. And that's what our community is all about. And if you haven't joined up with us, if you haven't been with us yet, I want you to, because guys, we're just going to show you how to get these things done. We're going to believe in you. We're going to give you a path. We're going to be accessible. And if you want to join in now. You got the QR code that says connect to everything Kona. Join up for the membership. We've got a few options there. We got course videos, like I said, that happen on your time. Look, I know some of y'all got 1, 2, maybe 3 jobs. I don't know how many jobs you got, but you got to have course videos when you need them. You got to be able to get into that course stuff when you need it, not showing up to a weekend and you got to find babysitters. You got to go say no to a hustle or a job or whatever you're doing on the weekends. We want you to get through that course videos, and we have that available in our membership area. We want you to get through it fast. We got all live exam sessions during the week. Those exam mastery sessions, those live exam mastery sessions that'll start up again next week, we show you how to pass exams like we're a little bit like we're going to show you tonight. Those are on Mondays and Fridays. There's a full schedule that's going to be coming out soon. And we have that available, and we record those. We don't always record the ones for the sessions is specific, because we have a ton of those recordings already in our library, but we do make exceptions. We got small group tutoring, we got one-on-one tutoring, we got daily accountability, all these different options that are available as low as $50 to $500, depending on what you need. Accessibility, we have all that stuff. It's all in a great description. If you scan that QR code, there is a video that goes through exactly what I'm talking about. There's a whole orientation on there. You can watch it. It's a good 20 minutes, and then you can go through it and see how the whole program works. We have books available. You don't have to be a member for that, but if you're going to see the keywords tonight and you're like, I want to know what these keywords are, we have that in content, right? Mm-hmm. SIE 6 and 63 are available, and I'm going to put up a promotion right now. We have 20% off the entire cart going off right now. Series 26, that's only available for members. That's a $10 guide. The others have different pricing. Check it out. Scan the QR code. Go check out those different ones. 65 still under construction. Still under wraps. Brandi's working on it. Look, she was like, look, I'm going to be serious right now. I could give her a hard time, but I'm not. She's really trying to give you guys the best book. And I told her, don't rush it. We don't do rushing. We do quality. So the deadline comes and goes. She's like, don't tell me that. I'm like, yeah, but I want quality. They want quality. Everybody wants quality. I would rather you have quality than rushing it. So she's really going through it, doing a really good job at it. And so that book will be out when it's ready. We have the Kona community. We have a Discord where all of our students meet up. You can ask questions over there. Brandi, I think, has been getting to her DMs. So she hasn't gotten through your DMs over there. She'll be getting to them. There's been some questions up on the Discord, I think, have been answered too. But you can ask questions. You can send Brandi direct questions over there, because anywhere else it's me, and you don't need me to teach you anything other than if you want to ask me about how to believe in yourself. I'll give you that all day long. I'll help you out. But we can post questions, all that stuff, everything I just talked about. Scan the QR code, hit the links. 951-290-3077. That is my phone number. Give me a call or a text, or if you like to email still, KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. Also, we have our Instagram. You can see our Kona Hall of Fame. So join that too, and you can check out all the people who passed, see how they passed. I quote them exactly on what they wanted, how they passed, and you can see that info right there. Ready? All right. Happy New Year, everybody. We're getting there. We at the end of the road of 2024, but this is how we're going to work this week. Today we did have study hall. That was Monday. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve and day, or tomorrow is New Year's Eve, which is Tuesday. Wednesday is New Year's Day. We're not doing any sessions. We're not doing no last sessions. So we are not going to be on a Zoom for either the paid or the free Tuesday and Wednesday. But Patreon, where we have all our membership stuff, is never closed. So you can always get your course videos. We have a ton of archived videos you can get in there. You can do your 21-day plan on New Year's Eve and day. So if you wanted to lock yourself up in your room, watch. No, I can't say Dick Clark. Was it? Who's that dude? Ryan Seacrest. You want to watch Ryan Seacrest bringing in the new year, and then the next day watch the Rose Parade and watch your videos of Brandi getting her, teaching you some SIE. You could do that all day. Binge it. Be home. Do whatever you gotta do. Eat that sweet potato pie. Have some ham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All good.
Wait, does Ryan Seacrest do Wheel of Fortune now? Wow.
I don't know.
What doesn't that guy do?
I don't know. I remember when he was a dork on Kiss FM.
He's still on Kiss FM.
Yeah, but now he's the main dork.
He was on American Idol.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He was on American Idol.
That's where he started.
Yeah, he kicked off Rick Dees. That's right. Anyways, now see, ADD. Look, guys, if you deal with ADD, so do we. Most of our sessions are only an hour, just in case anybody were wondering why, because any longer than that is just too much. Thursday, we got study hall, and Friday we have study hall. Study hall is just simply, we have this included in our regular live sessions that start out next week, but study hall is what we're doing this week. That's where we just show up. You just study with Brandi. You do independent study, just like you were back in school. If you got a question, you're like, hey, got a question? Brandi's like, yeah, what's up? Can you explain this real quick? And she does. And then you go, all right, cool. I'm gonna go back to my quiz. All right, cool. And then we do that. Why? Because sometimes it's a little comforting to like take a quiz or do some studying with the teacher. Even if you don't really ask, it helps you stay on track. And you're like, hey, it makes me feel like, I got something going on that hour and I can see doing that. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what people want. We have that included. And so we're going to do that all week. So that way people can stay in there. And then our studying brew is our next one will be on Thursday. Small group tutoring is canceled. There's our promo deal for the study guides. If you can zoom up a little bit in case somebody wants to scan it, 20% off all the entire cart of our SIE 6 and 63 books, 20% off all study guides. The code is 20 off Kona guide, and that gets you 20% off the entire cart. So if you throw the SIE, the 6 and 63 into the cart, put that code in, 20% off the entire cart. There you go. Right. And then we have audios
on Spotify. Link your Patreon account to your Spotify account and voila.
Studying in the car. Yeah. Studying on the forklift. Whatever it is you do, study while you're doing that. I always tell the story about this truck driver we had. Never watched a single one of our videos, only listened to the audios. Passed all his exams. Thank goodness he wasn't watching videos while he was driving. We had those audios. So you can do it, get your study on, and then go get those pass notices. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, let's do it. All right. Like I said, it is Kona Catchphrase Monday. We are going to put some questions up on the screen. I'm going to read the questions and the answers. We always do answers first, the Kona way. Why do you guys read answers first? You guys drive me all nuts. Why are you guys so be weird? Look, I told you, we're showing you a way to pass exams. Why do we read answers first? Because you read the question with intent. You ever notice you read the answers first and you're like, okay, now I know what the question is going to be kind of about. Now I can look for the clues in the question, just connect the dots easier. Have you ever read the question way too many times? If you read the question and then go read the answers, then you're going, wait, what was the question again? And then you go read the question and you're like, wait, what was the answers again? And then you go read the answers again. If you're a 4 to 5 time reader, overreader, this is a great way to break that habit. We're going to show you how to look for those keywords. So tonight we want you to look for keywords. These keywords does not, as it says there, you do not need securities vocabulary. Say what? I thought we were learning securities. Explain that, Brandi.
Sometimes the answers are so obvious, but we're so forcing content that we'll go, man, I don't remember reading this. When you could just look beyond content, just see the words on the screen and make a connection with the words that you know in real life.
It's crazy, guys. Sometimes we point these out and people are like, what? I didn't even notice that. That's because you're forcing the issue with the content. This will help you on the exam. No matter what the questions are, guys, I'm telling you, if you start learning and looking for keywords in these answers and questions, opposites, similars, how some of these answers vibe out. Sometimes I just look at it and I go, oh, that's a weird worded answer. That's got a weird vibe to it. You ever read something and you're like, that doesn't make no sense at all. You're like, wait a minute. Yeah, that makes no sense at all. Sometimes that's all you needed to see because it might be an accept question. If I see an accept and I see a weird answer, I'm picking that. That's simple. That's what we want you to look for. We want you to look for that. Observe all those different things. Look for those opposites. Look for all that great stuff, and then just go with it. All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. You're playing at home. Write it down. All right. Remember, let's put keywords into the chat of what you see and what you observe. So let me read the answers. Always before the sales presentation begins. C, within 3 business days of purchase. Before or during the sales presentation. Within 5 business days of purchase. We have 2 with numbers, yeah?
Not really, because they're spelled out.
Right. Doesn't apply. Always is one of the Mona. Must always never. Something like that. Must only never always. Usually that means not true.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? Before.
There we go.
Or during.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. We've got before. We've got before.
Eric is guessing this has to do with prospectuses. But we're not trying to imply securities, right?
No, we're not. No securities. Yo.
Yeah, so stop it, Eric.
Yeah. So based on what we wrote on the screen, what is our answer?
Always before the K. If I got B and D to work with, and I already said D is not true, that leaves me with B. And I haven't even seen the question yet. If a prospectus is being used to close a mutual fund sale, it must be given to the investor. That's it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to wait for the keyword in the question. That's yes. Okay. That's okay.
I feel like this is common sense, right? Common sense, right? Always before the sale presentations begin. How do you even know what they want? Why are you selling them?
There you go.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
All right. No more than twice per calendar year. C, once every 12 months. B, once per semester. A, as often as necessary. Sounds like a pill prescription. You have indigestion. Only use as directed or as needed. Once per semester. Are we in school? When do you use semester?
That's funny. Because you know why? I answered this in 1 second.
Brandi answered it in 1 second. Like that.
That's it.
Why? Because C had a number.
Yep.
Or yeah, that's it.
Yeah, really.
That was the only reason. She only saw the number and just answered that. I guarantee you, did you even read the answer or the question?
I just saw C's probably the answer. 529 rollovers.
That's it. Basically, guys, she got the answer just by looking that there's a number there. The other one, it was written out. Those are words. That's not a number, is it? If I write FIVE, that's not a number. Yeah. If I put 1, 2 on there, that's a number.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a clue. If I'm on the exam, I'm going to check the question to see maybe I'm right. But if I'm quizzing, I'm working these like I'm just like Kobe working my Passover dribble. You know what I mean? And my fadeaway. I don't care. I'm just on the court, just getting shots in. I make some. I don't. Exactly. D, high return and low return. C, adverse and non-adverse. B, investment and investor. A, systematic and non-systematic. Wow, this is a bunch of opposites of each other or trying. Because investment and investor, that's not the same as the others. because one's a thing, one's a person.
Right. And then away, and high return, low return. This is money back, right?
Yep. More money coming in or low money coming in.
Whole thing, not a whole thing.
It's part of the whole system or it's not part of the system. Like the entire stock market, that's a huge system. One business, not. There are several types of investment risks that will generally fall into two categories. These categories are known as, well, I'm going to say B is not it.
Because how can a risk be a thing or a person, right?
Yeah,
How can a thing be away or not away?
no.
How could a thing be money? I mean, how could a risk be return money back? How can a risk be money back?
If you get money back or if it's high or low, isn't that good? You're still getting money back. But the whole market and not a whole market, there you go.
Exactly. That's what we mean by not using securities vocabulary. There you go. Like,
D, a branch manager. C, a registered options principal. B, a firm principal. A, an executive officer. All caps,
well, like
no
not
cap.
like capitalized others.
A branch manager could be a branch manager of a bank, right?
B and C. There we go.
B and C have to do with principal. So they're similar in the way that they both are attacking the principal. I would probably stop there and just look at those two. Before an option trade may be entered for a customer, that customer's account must be approved for option trading by. It's like they just want you to really focus on something there. She was just connecting the dots. They pretty much told you what it is.
Yeah.
You're paying attention. No securities on that either.
Nope, just matching the words. Word match.
They were doing options, and this makes sense as his options guy. D, legal fees. C, manager's fee. B, contingent deferred sales charge. A, 12B1 fees. Are we doing the number thing again?
No, not in this one. This one's not.
I'll ask somebody. Manager's fees, legal fees. We're working on fees. A has a fee too. B has no fee, has a charge. Deferred sales charge, by the way. Contingent deferred sales card charge.
Right, and it's deferred, right? So that means
Later. Deferred is later. If you got student loans, we all know about deferred. Which of the following is not part of the expense ratio of a mutual fund? What? Huh? What? You told me not to think about it. It's not an expense right now, is it? Later.
I mean, you could look at it either way. It's the only one with no fee. It could be the one that's later. It's the one that's the longest. So many different ways.
All I'm just saying is when I look at my charges for the month, if something's deferred, that means I don't have to worry about it right now.
Deferred is great.
It's not really an expense right now. I'm not worried about it. It's later.
All right, it's the last one.
D, the profit is taxed as income in the United States only. C, the profit is taxed as capital gain in the United States only. B, the profit is not taxed because ADRs are tax exempt securities. A, the profit is taxed as income in France only. I mean, B is weird because how is it's rare to find something tax exempt. Like, I don't care what country you in, taxes are always a thing. I'm just going with that.
And I'm going to say this. Normally, it's the only that kind of throws it off because you know how we say that usually only is not true.
Yeah. But this is different.
This one's different. So
you have three onlys.
We're kind of not going to look at the onlys as that.
Because do you know why? Because we all agree that when it comes to taxes, that's going to be pretty true. Taxes are pretty true. I don't care what country you're in.
And this is so weird because there was like Eric sees this one, which I didn't see to be honest.
I would pick B depending on what the question looks like.
So if not true,
Yeah.
that's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Like I said, that one B has a weird vibe.
man. Okay, so I'm not gonna okay, I'm just
Because
gonna
I'm
show
not
you
doing
guys.
any securities.
I'm just gonna show you guys what I did in this question because the thing that I thought was there wasn't there. That's how quick I read this. So what I did, guys, is I went like this. I went profit is tax, profit is tax, profit is tax. This doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. And then I go, okay. And then I see income, income. And I said, okay. But I didn't really pay attention to that. I just saw France and then United States. And then I thought these were opposite because again, I didn't pay attention to that income. And I thought that these were similar. Right. So I go, oh, well, this is the double dip. That's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I saw. But I think what my brain was doing is I would say is my brain was going income is income,
Yes.
right? Profit is gain.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, I knew that that was the answer, I think subconsciously because profit is gain, right? Because the question is all this, right? How is the profit going to be taxed? It's taxed in the US and it's the only one that says capital gain. I think my brain saw it wrong.
So what you're saying is the keywords for you, and as always, the keyword connection, as found in our books that you can scan the QR code and find the links. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm always a hustler. Gain and profit go together, like peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, like
And it's hard for you to separate those two now that they go together.
yeah.
It's like Kool-Aid and sugar.
Because I literally saw A and C as opposite, and I saw C and D as opposite.
And your brain just saw gain and profit.
Yes.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yes. So I do apologize. This one is somewhat considered vocabulary. Somewhat.
Yeah. But I think we can all see that without it. Profit and gain. If you profit, you're gaining.
Yeah, you're not income. If you sold your house for 100,000 more than what you bought it for, that's not income. It's gain.
That's just a gain.
Yeah. Okay.
Income's like a job.
There you go. Income is like a job.
And if you won the lottery, you sold your house, your parents left you some money. That's all gains. That's not income.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Go try to get a loan. They'll let you know. They'll tell you exactly that. That's not income, fool. That's just the gain you got. We need to know that you're going to get that same money next year. Are you going to be selling a house every year? I didn't think so.
No.
So that's not. There you go. All right. Real world application, common sense. Guys, we're just trying to zero you in on the facts that, look, these little keywords here help you really clear up what you need to look for to get a right answer. That's all you need to do is just get a right answer. If it comes through common sense, if it doesn't, you don't have to read all that book and nonsense. Look, it does help. You do need to know some stuff, as we showed you in that last question, but not a lot. Surface level stuff. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Look for keywords. We're going to show you techniques on Thursday. So we want you guys there. But that's it. That's all we got for you. We want you to study this. Keep in it. Do your quizzes, guys. Don't be like Allen Iverson. You got to practice. You got to practice, man. You got to practice. You got to practice, and so that way you can get some championships. Kobe practiced, got championships. Allen Iverson, no practice, no rings. Just talking about practice here. Anyways, all right, everybody. We want you to have a safe, I say this every time there's ever a big holiday, have a safe celebration and holiday. Please stay safe out there. Look, it is 2024, going to be 2025. There is no reason for any of you to be driving under the influence. There are so many ways to get a ride to wherever you guys got to go. Be safe out there. Don't be reckless, please. There's people out there. We don't want to hurt them. We want to help the people, not hurt the people. And if that doesn't get to you, you can't. Sometimes DUI automatically disqualifies you from getting these licenses anyway. So all around, It does not pay to drive under the influence. So please be safe out there. Call a friend, call an Uber, do whatever you got to do. Be smart, make smart choices, have a great time, be blessed, count your blessings this holiday. Think about all the things that you have. Really focus on your belief system. And guys, we'll be back here for the Studying Brew on Thursday. We'll see you on Monday. We'll see all you members on Thursday and Friday. Can't wait to see you all. But the main thing is stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice these techniques in your quizzes. Remember, 10 questions goes a long way, even if you're super crazy busy. We will see you guys next year. Great one.
All right.